Good morning to everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me confirm. If you can hear me, please let me know. As Abel and Yetunde, can you hear me? Yetunde, can you hear me? So I'll just assume that you guys can hear me though, and also you can see my screen. So, good morning again to everybody. I hope your trading week has been fine though. I've been away for some time, but I'm partially back. Not fully back, partially back. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to be analyzing normally as usual, right? Yeah, we're going to be analyzing as usual, starting off with DXY. Now, while I was away, I was not really feeling fine, even till now though. But I figured I've been away from the chat for too long, so that's why I'm here this morning. While I was away, I noticed that DXY was going bullish now. All this movement, this is DXY now. Now all this move that we see here, basically it looks like a pullback, like it looks like a retracement, like into a key level to return backwards, right? But that would just be me projecting. So, but what I can see from the 2-hour time frame, this is what I can see. Hold on. So already I can see several bigger structures in one direction, and you guys know most of the time that's what I trade. Basically, I just trade from the directional bias the way it is. Alright. Okay. Just so done. Right. So from the 2-hour time frame here, I can see this bigger structure and this bigger structure. So, and a whole lot of bigger structures, and there's an unmitigated POI here, because you see this POI here was mitigated by this guy, but this one here wasn't mitigated. Alright, it wasn't mitigated, and he left an inducement close to it. Now I was expecting this level to be mitigated yesterday, because I was looking at it shortly. I was looking at it, but unfortunately I didn't see price mitigate that level though. So I was expecting to be mitigated, but price didn't mitigate it. Now I really don't feel like mitigate it, or price will pull back. Like when I mean mitigate, that is, sorry about that. I don't think price like calm down like this. So if this happens, yes, this is one of the projections that I have in mind, right? But the fact that price has pulled back already, I feel like it's just going to break out from whatever range it is here and then pick a direction. But the most likely direction that I am expecting is for price to go up. Alright, that's on DXY. Now that's why I am presently selling USD. I know some people are already buying, but I'm selling USD because I saw this bigger structure here and the second one here. So to me it was confirmed that it was bearish. Alright, now when I had the third one here, I simply picked the origin of this bigger structure. This origin is around this level, and I waited for price to trade back inside this POI. You can see that it's so large, but this is what I waited for, sure. So price traded back into it, and that's what I'm holding. So I'm holding this sell. I don't know how long it will take. I don't even know if it will pull back and hit stop loss, but I'm holding a sell on EURUSD. Another conference is a breakout. So So if you look at this again, see the trend was up shortly like this, and then we have a breakout, right, and a confirmation of that breakout structure. So even if price comes up, probably hit my stop loss, I'm still expecting it to go down. So even if I hit stop loss again, right, that is, if price comes up, goes up past my entry, hit my stop loss, I will still enter as long as it has not crossed over this POI. This POI here should be an OB, another block in 2 hours, right? You guys know that's the time frame I use for my POI. So this is it. So there's another block in the 2 hour time frame here. So as long as price has not flipped this particular zone, I will still be looking forward to selling it. So I will still hold my sales. So just in case paraventure that price goes up, hits the stop loss, but then comes into this POI, I'll take a sell from here. As you can see, I have a limit order to sell from 1.16168. So that's if this one fails. Alright, so that's just on AUSD. That's for AUSD. Then for GBPUSD, I really did not see, I've not seen an entry yet, but this is what I can see. Alright, now for GBPUSD, this is the trend that has been. Just take your time and look at this. So it was bearish for a while, right? This is the whole bearish move, and then voila, it moved up from here. The price kind of like came back, swept liquidity here, and then reversed up quickly. So this is what I'm now trading. This is what I want to trade. To you or to some persons, it might look very rough and not too clear. Of course it is. It's not clear, but to make it clearer for you, I have this low and this high. Alright, and then I have this low and this high. So this is already a structure for me. I can draw a trend with 2 lows. That's all I need to make a trend. Alright, 2 lows, or maybe it's a downtrend, 2 highs. So since it's an uptrend here, I've connected these dots like this, and already I can see that price has flipped downwards, meaning it's now bearish. We don't know if it will hold this POI, but I know majority of people will still take this level as a trend line liquidity sweep. But I would not take it like that. I use the trend line differently. So what I'm saying here is all these levels, see, they are just rejection candles. There's no POI that has not been mitigated yet. This POI has been mitigated. If you look far back, all of them have been mitigated, right? Every POI here has been mitigated. Now the only POI that has not been mitigated, or the ones that I can use, is this rejection candle upwards like this. So all these levels, like this will now be the supply zone, and so that's why I'm holding this sell, or that's why I have this sell projection here, and I want to take a sell to the downside on GBUSD. So my entry is at 1.31543. 1.31543. Okay, somebody said my screen is not showing on Telegram. Falawi and Davy, let me confirm. Can you guys see my screen on Telegram? This is Falawi. Falawi, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, just unmute yourself and talk. I don't know why it's not showing though, but I think it's okay on. It's
not showing.
place.
I'll
I
check
can't
my
hear you.
network.
I don't know. I tampered with these settings over here. Like, you can drop a message in the chat box. There's a chat box in that Telegram group. Just drop a message there if you can hear me or not. Okay. Alright. Thank you very much. So to continue, right now, if you cannot see my screen for Larry, then I'll wait for your reply first. So if you cannot see my screen, you can go to my X page. My X page, you'll be able to see everything clearly. Where is the chat box? I can't find the chat box. Alright, I've seen it. So just in case you are looking for the chat box, so I can share it for you. Group type, copy link. It's been long I promoted my Telegram channel. I don't post anything about it here. So I've sent. Okay, are you joined? So just let me know if you can see what I'm doing. So on GBPUSD, right, I have an entry around 1.31543. That's where I want to take a sell from. Now, the reason why I'm taking a sell from that level, there's a reason why I'm taking a sell from that level, right? And it's pretty simple. Like I said, Falawe, I'm still waiting for your message. I've not seen it yet. Yetunde, you are back. You send me a message on WhatsApp now. Just yeah, you have my WhatsApp number. Just send a message there. Let me confirm, so I'll know if I'm going to end the session from Telegram and restart it. It won't tamper with the one on X and YouTube though. So okay, you can hear me, but you can't see my screen on Telegram. Alright, just hold on, let me fix it. So probably it's Telegram that has the issue then. So I'm resharing the screen again. Hopefully it shows now. So check now if it's showing. Go ahead and check. Oh, Falabe 2 can't see the screen. Please confirm now. I just did it again. Okay, showing now. Alright, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. So let's proceed. Alright, Falabe. Okay, and so let's just continue now. We have GBPUSD, right? Sorry, I'm drawing my nose. Somebody warned me. She said I should not come. She said I should not come and do this live call today. That I should rest. I'm not listening now. Oh boy. So, like I said, right? This level, to me, when I see rejection blocks this way, yeah, I always want to trade from that level because it's showing something. What's the concept or logic behind rejection blocks or rejection area? To make it simple, resistance will supply. So it's just like, think about it like you are throwing a ball to a wall, and the more you throw the ball to the wall with force, it keeps coming back to you. You throw it back, it keeps coming back to you. So it's rejecting from that wall. Alright? So think about that now. Hold that thoughts in your mind and think about this. So in this level, right, we have price going up, trying to cross through this level multiple times, but it keeps rejecting backwards. What's it telling you? So it's telling you that is a zone. That is a zone now. It is a strong level that has been rejecting price. So hence the word rejection blocks. Alright? So there are many rejection blocks here, and that's what I'm expecting to take a sell from. So take a sell from and hold it down to this level, which is around 1.30830. And my entry is around 1.31543. Now I'm supposed to make adjustment to this stop loss and also to my take profits because it's not enough. If I should hold it downwards, I'm not sure about price getting down as far as that level. I'm not sure at all. So yeah, this is it. So stop loss to be around 1.31791. So probably before we end this session, the alert might go off and we'll just take the trade together, right? Okay, so to proceed, right? We have gold. Now for gold, right? Gold. Now gold. This is where I'm facing a conundrum with gold here. because I have a running nose. So because there is an uptrend. Remember, we bought gold from here. We held it for 3 weeks until it got to this level. So we took our profit here. So we tried to buy again. This is where we tried to buy. We bought again around this level. Yeah, we bought around this level, but we hit stop loss. Now this wide move downwards. And remember, this wide move downwards caused a lot of blown accounts for some persons. I don't know, but this is where, to me, in the from the lower time frame, price has shifted the structure to being bearish. But from the higher time frame, the structure still holds strong. Alright, let me show you what I mean. So when you go to 1 hour, I know it may be weird for you to hearing that I'm referring to 1 hour as the lower time frame. But that's because I just deal with higher time frames. You get like 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. So from here you can see that this is a break up and then a breakdown. So this market structure shift. The market structure shift is confirmed with the second break. So this is a complete market structure shift. Alright. So from the lower time frame, like I said, the trend has shifted from bullish to bearish, and so hence we have this price move downwards. Now, if I were to take my best projection on this, I would say price is trying to trade back into this key level to continue. So more like here. Alright, the price is trying to trade back into this level to continue, but hence the power of the higher time frame. So prices, don't forget that price is coming from the higher time frame itself, which is, this is a fake out. And I was explaining the last time we had a session like this. I said the third touch, you can use a trend, and the third touch of a trend line is usually powerful. That is the one that carries the information for us to enter or for us not to enter. First touch, not really important. Second touch, the trend is being established. Third touch is where you use for entries. Are you getting it now? So now this is the third touch, which is very key and very important. You get? So this is the third touch, and two things will happen in the third touch. Is either it breaks out or it rejects and continue in that trade. So this is what I will tell you, but this is going to be my best projection for it. When price comes up to this level, I will wait for how candle is going to react off in this level. So if it reacts off and it gives me a bearish confirmation, right, I will take a sell from this level. Are you getting it now? I'm saying it now, so you don't miss the good sell. I think I've called how many? First sell, second, three. I think I've called 4 of the good trades in the last 2 months. We only had stop loss, which was last week, and each of them were more than 5 hours. And since the first sale was here. The first sale was here, where we sold. The second trade was the buy here, and the third trade was the buy here, and the fourth one was the buy here. So we got the sell here, the 2 buys here, we got it, but this buy here we got stopped out. So I'm saying it now that when price gets to this key level, I will look forward to selling, but upon confirmation. So if there's no confirmation, I would not sell. Do you understand? Alright, so that's on XAU USD gold. So to proceed to the next one, right? I was not really feeling fine, so that's why I couldn't share this one with you guys. Right, I couldn't share with you guys because I was not online to do. If you notice, on Monday the session did not hold. So if not, I would have shared this with you. So this is SZUSD. I took a sell here, simple and short. I posted it this morning. The reason for me taking a sell here is because, same again, the 2 breaker structure principle. So I saw a breaker structure here, the first one. I saw a second breaker structure here. So to me, the trade has been established to be what? To be bearish. To others, they might be saying that price is still bullish and price just wants to sweep liquidity. But to me, that's not what I'm saying. I'm following, or I am going with what price is doing now, not what I think price will do later. No, what price is doing now. So I deal with present price action, and so given that information with the breaker structures, I looked for an order block that has not been tapped, which is this 2-hour order block, no mitigation on it, and actually truth is, actually, I got stopped out the first time. If you look at this clearly, come and see here. If you look at it, see this level here. You see that the price got close to that stop loss, but it didn't hit it. But this is what TradingView will show you. But in MT5, the spread of the prop account, one of the prop accounts, because it didn't close in my other accounts, but it closed in one. Thank God I even checked it. If not, I would have thought that, oh, my trade hit TP, whereas the hit stop loss. So when I noticed that price hit my stop loss, what I simply waited for was for price to reject backwards, and I kept a sell limit, which is a sell stop here, and it just triggered and then just follows suit like that. Alright, so, and that's the trade I posted this morning around maybe 4 o'clock. I don't know, but that's the trade I posted this morning though. So that's a sell for NZUSD. And so I still expect USD to sell. That is USD, that's DXY. I expect it to be bullish. Why others? I expect them to, why others? I expect them to be bearish. So I expect ADUSD, NZUSD, GBPUSD, EURUSD, all of them I expect them to be bearish. Why USD CHF, USD CAD, USD JPY, I expect them to be bullish. But here's the catch. Listen, here's the catch. Now, the shutdown just ended, and the thing with this shutdown here is, I noticed that since Trump came into power, his whole administration and shenanigans, right? There've been too many manipulation of the data that is being released. Those economic data, like the news. That's what I mean. That's what I'm referring to. There've been too many manipulation of it. Normally, technically DXY is supposed to go in a particular direction, and then before you know it, the fundamentals just flips it to the other side. So this week you are seeing the trend as bullish, the next week you see it as bearish, the following week you see it as bullish. So it's more like the trend is just moving anyhow, right? And that's not how the trend is supposed to move. So I used to advise, and I'm advising you again. So if you're trading USD pairs, don't trade more than 2. There's no need to expose yourself to more risk. Alright? So maybe you pick NZUSD and AUDUSD. Sometimes I used to avoid. Now listen, sometimes what I used to do, I'm just sharing this with you guys now. I used to avoid the most traded pairs like EURUSD and GBPUSD. Sometimes I used to avoid them. Once I've seen positions in AUDUSD or NZD, I'll just take those ones. The reason is because I feel like those ones, most of the time, they can be easily, they just do things that they're not expected to do. Although they will still move in that direction, but they'll just move anyhow, and that's it. But let me not bore you with too many talk. So for AUDUSD, right, that's why I took this sell. I saw the first thing on Monday. I saw this. Now, in fact, my risk to reward is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be like 4 hours, but obviously, I will not wake up in the midnight and be taking trade. It was in the morning when they don't break. Let me speak pidgin for you guys. So that's when I entered it, and that's why you see the risk to reward is just 2 hours. Just 2 hours. And the funny thing is, this guy came close to TP and reversed. But I was not even awake. If not, I'll close it. So I was not awake. This was 1 o'clock on Tuesday in the morning. So he reversed. So when everywhere was bright, I saw price as reversed. I was still calm, and so today it fell, which is this midnight. I saw it fell. So I'll be expecting it to hit its take profit here, which is this is the draw on liquidity. All right. So for AUDUSD, I can see that it's bearish. Another confluence, and this is why I tell you, you should not feel ashamed of using trend line. I noticed of recent that since I started adding trend lines to my analysis, I see some persons use it, and I'm glad that you use it. That's why I don't keep information. I'm glad, because when we run away from the basic things that we know, we then tend to overcomplicate things. I can put it to you, one of the reasons why my chart is just as simple as it is, because I do my best to try to simplify it. There's no need for me to make it hard. Making money already in the forex market is very hard. So if my analysis and me trying to read price becomes too hard, I'm putting more stress on myself, and so that's why I used to use these things just to make it simple. There's no I can call them big names, but I don't need to. So if you look at it, another confluence that you can use here is, you notice this, right? There was a breakout here. This is 4 hours. So maybe you'll be like, oh, that's not a trade from the 4 hours. But look at it now. So you see, this is the 4 hours. And that's why I stay on the 4 hours. So before the 4 hour move, there was a trend here on the 1 hour. As you can see, this one has a double move. Price kind of like was raging, and then second touch. Remember what I told you about the trade? I just said it recently. I said the third touch gives you the information to enter. The second touch gives you a confirmation that this is a trend. The first touch is the beginning. So this is the first touch. This is the second touch, which is you're not doing anything on the second touch, right? And then so you have first touch here, and then you move, and then price gives you the second touch, right? It moved up, and so when you give the third touch, like I said, the third touch is what you can use as entry, and then boom, it goes off. But unfortunately, what did we see price do? It pulled back, it broke out, it gave a clean market structure shift. So you see it. I told you the second break of structure confirms what the trade, and also it confirms the market structure shift too. So that was the main reason why I sold 2 break of structure. So 1, 2, and I sold from there. Alright, and I'm holding the sell, and I expect it to hit a TP. Hopefully we have a take profit hit. So yeah, that's on AUD. For those ones that have been with me for like the longest, I remember it was December, maybe 24th or something. It was the first time somebody posted something on X. She was like, oh, she's tired, she's been sitting for long, and blah 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 blah. I remember sending a comment and that was sending a game out to shoot for free. And should I say fortunately or unfortunately, that day more than 150 people sent me a message. I think that was my first free mentorship that I held. And then we did the free mentorship for 3 months. We ended in April this month. This year. The mentorship ran for 3 months. So, and I explained basically everything that I used to trade, both from the market structure. I even derived a course outline for it. I remember it. I started with markets. I went on to market structure. I went on to liquidity concept, liquidity pool. I went on to POIs, which is the PDRs, right? I went on to premium and discount. I went on to confirmation. I went on to candlestick confirmation. A lot of things. I made sure that I covered all that a trader would need technically. And so, this trading this way becomes, technically easy. The only thing that is now left for you is psychologically. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's technically easy for you to do what you want to do. Psychologically, you have to fix your own shit. You have to put yourself together, and you have to just do what you need to do. Alright? So this is on AUD. The sell, I'm still holding the sell. Let's see how it goes. Then for USD card, right? Now, remember, I said on USD, I'm expecting like those ones that start with USD, which is USD as a base currency. I'm expecting them to buy. But for USD card, there was a news. There was something, I don't know, but I just know that yesterday something happened, and then USD card was dropping. And Tuesday, because I used to check the fundamentals for the week before the week starts. On Tuesday, I saw that there were no news. This is it here. Let me show you. This is Tuesday the 18th, right? There was no news on that calendar, right? So I knew usually when there are no news on the calendar like this, price action is usually simple. No manipulation on all those shits, right? Clean. So when I started seeing this, I was surprised. I didn't even know what to expect. I just said, well, no problem. Alright. So from what I have here, I now have an external break of structure to the downside. and I'm supposed to treat this information now as a bearish market, because overall you have this break, right? We just pick out this one as one move and this break. Why I say pick it as one move, this is it here. If you go to like 8 hours, you see it's just one move. So I'll just leave it at that and wait for how price is going to form in this level. Okay, so just leave it like that. So on USD card, we're leaving it to skip into the next one. So this is USD Alright, USD. So those of you that are on X, you know you're not following me, follow me, and it won't do you anything for you to like reshare, retweet, so that your colleagues and your friends or the algorithm can push this out there for people that need it. Besides, you're not paying a dime for it. So we have USD here. I have USD here. You can see I'm drawing the trend line, so I'll show you that there's a breakout. That's what I'm drawing it to. So there's a breakout already. Like I said, I expect the USD pairs towards to be bullish. I've just said it already, so I'm just reiterating on that. So what I'll be expecting now is I'll go to the lower time frame like to check how price broke structure here. So you have this breakout structure here, okay, incomplete pullback and unmitigated POI is here. But I don't use 1 hour POI. I'll first of all check 2 hours. Alright, so 2 hours POI is here. So there's a 2 hours order block here. This is why I say I use 2 hours. Now there's a 2 hour order block here that was mitigated already. You can see they mitigated. So that's why I needed to check 2 hours. So basically here, this is what I'll be expecting. No need. Price will pull back into this level, and I'm going to take a buy from this 2 hour unmitigated POI. Alright, because every POI here has been mitigated now. Look at it. So this other block here, let me show you. The other block was mitigated by this guy. Alright, and the other block also had a fair value gap. So this is the fair value here. Can you see it? So this one pullback, this one candle mitigated all of them here. So it renders this level not useful anymore, and it opens this level for mitigation. So when I see a pullback into this level, I would like to take it. Remember, there was a time I taught you about order blocks and how you can filter the ones you don't want to use. Sorry. Oh dear Lord Jesus. So I taught you about order blocks and how you can filter the ones to use and the one not to use. I remember saying, I don't forget all these things. I remember saying, for you to use another block, you want to see the presence of a fair value gap, an unmitigated level, obviously, and the presence of a fair value gap. Now that other block will be much more stronger. Listen now. The other block will be much more stronger when it has an engulfing candle. Now, I didn't come up with this. I didn't observe these things myself. No, I swear to God, I was not the one that observed it. It was TechRiz. I remember when I was watching this video around 2023. I think the end of 2023 to the beginning of 2024, thereabouts. I think so. Well, I don't think you will see that video anywhere again. I think even I downloaded it too, but I think that phone's crashed already now, because it was the time when he had those old videos in his Telegram. An amazing Tech is an amazing guy. If you see what he's doing on the TL, I think I saw one yesterday. Amazing guy. Alright, and so he explained it. He was teaching how to use, not just amazing, he's a brilliant person, a very intelligent person. And so he was teaching how to use other blocks, and the ones that will be valid and the ones that are not really valid. Now there's only one thing that is missing here from what he explained. So Namidi do strong it. The first one, he said the presence of a break of structure, if I can remember. He said the presence of a break of structure 1, the presence of an engulfing candle 2, the presence of a fair value gap 3. Because when you see these 3 things, that other block is more likely to hold than not. So when you see all these things, you can easily filter the ones you don't want to use. Alright, But why am I using it now? So let's go to 2 hours. We're in 2 hours, right? I see it in 2 hours. The only reason why I'm using this is because I'm using that his own explanation in conjunction with my own what's it called now, theorem of reading price. I've explained to you guys that okay, when you want to use some levels as breaker block, and you use them, they don't hold. You continually use them, they don't hold. You continually use them, they don't hold. It's because you're using them wrongly. I've explained that already. Basically, that's why I'm using this level. So on the 2 hour time frame, uninstigated, I'll expect price to like pull back into it and then for me to buy from here. Alright, so that's on USD CHF by the way. And then for USD JPY, you can see it's still very bullish. Like I said, I expect it to continue buying. I just expect it to continue buying. I don't know how long it will buy, but I expect it to continue buying. I don't have an entry yet because as you can see, I trade from the higher time frame, and so I'm using 4 hours to frame my buyers. Oh, I need water. I'm using 4 hours to frame my buyers and 2 hours for my POI, which is entry, and 1 hour for confirmations. And so if I should put all of that into consideration, right, the swing low that I would have is here, which is the swing high over here. So you can see now that I can't do anything here, meaning I need to wait for price to be at discount. Alright, I think I dropped a quote yesterday explaining okay, I quoted Rick's post on premium and discount. It was a funny one. I was just writing that in. I was just remembering, the rubbish and the shenanigans we did when we were in school. It's not easy to study economics now. Come on. So I'll be expecting price to like pull into this level. So it's better to buy low and sell high. So in this case, price is too high for me to be buying. I understand that you can buy. It's just like what happened with gold. When gold refused to pull back and it was just going up and up and up and up and up, right? I was not able to capitalize on that buy because my strategy does not give me that window too. But when it started selling, when it started doing other things, I could capitalize on it. So you see, I know where I am and I'm staying there. So for you, know where you are, stay there. Alright. So on USDJPY, I expect price to like pull back into the discount and then take a continuation from there if that happens. Alright. So and GBP still bullish, but too extreme for me, too high for me. So I'm not going to do anything here. I'll just leave it alone. Also, I'll just leave it alone. So this is GBP CAD. Now we kind of like had a buy setup. Oh dear Lord Jesus. So we kind of like had a buy setup last week. It bought obviously, but it didn't clear out this. It didn't clear out the TP here. Now, but this is what I'm seeing now. I don't think it is trending anymore, but I think it has started a range. The motherfucker started a range. So you see, it's now trading in a range now. And to make it, do you want better? I'll put it like this. Alright. So you see, it's up and down, up and down, and up and down. Alright. So that's on GBP CAD. Okay. So until there's a clear breakout before we make any trade decision. Now if I go to the lower time frame, probably 1 hour, I'll see a trend there, and that's why I stick to the higher time frame. So on then GBP CHF, now I would have said we should take a sell from here, but I wouldn't. Although this is a key level. If you remember, I marked this level last week, right? And I said we're going to be looking forward to sell if price come here. But looking at 4 hours now, I can see a shift in structure. Now to you might not see it, but I've seen it already. So looking at 4 hours from here, right? This is 4 hours. I know you are seeing this record structure here, okay? So there's a record structure in this level here, but also there's a record structure here too. Do you understand? So in 4 hours you might not see it clearly, but look at it in 2 hours. Now these are what the informations that I use to make my own decision. So there's a break here, there's a break here. So this already confirms that price is bullish. The going concern in accounting, don't mind me. I studied in commerce, I studied accounting. So in accounting, we refer to something as going concern. We say accounting is a going concern. When you're making an account, you don't want to make accounts based on just past data, right? You might make mistakes if you're not recording them immediately. You make it as it's going, which is a going concern. Immediately you make the transaction, immediately you just pen it down, take a record of it. So the same thing I treat, the same principles I apply to the chart, that I'm treating price action as a going concern, which is as price breaks structures, as price forms, pull back and do all these things, I'm treating it as that. So 2 break of structures for me tells me that the trend is now bullish. If you look to this side, there was a sweep of liquidity here, right, that pushed price up to give me the confirmation break. So in this case, a lot of traders might want to say, okay, let's use a breaker block. Now, I taught you this thing. I said, if you have a case like this and then you drag it out, so some of you say, yes, this is valid, but I put it to you, it's not valid. Why? Because a breaker block is derived from another block. A mitigation block is derived from another block. They are all other blocks, but they are called something. They are failed other blocks. Failed other blocks in the sense that when price got there, price did not reject, price just broke through it. Price did not respect it at all, it just broke through it. So when you have rejections like this, let me give you an example. So you have rejections like this, right? Price, because obviously price came into that level before, and then it bounced off, right? So there's a rejection here. When you have rejection like this and you want to use it as a breaker block, it won't hold. So most of the time you hit stop loss. Basically, I've just told you one of the reasons why. We cannot eradicate stop loss. We can only, in economics, there's one thing they taught us: poverty reduction, poverty alleviation, and poverty eradication. Poverty eradication is not possible. Poverty reduction is possible, given certain things and conditions are met. So the same thing, we cannot eradicate stop loss, but you can reduce it. Recently I refused to make a post on that. I saw a post where TechCris talked about losses, and when people are trying to project on other persons, like, okay, they don't really lose that much, winning is now part of you now. And then Sabi Girl also posted something, which is, she replied to that, and the whole TL just burst. Now, the way I saw it is not the way everyone saw it, because what everyone was saying was that they were thinking that Sabi Girl and TechCris are talking about that, or they are saying that losses is something that they don't take. No, basically, if you read it and you read it very well, you will know that's not what they are saying at all. What they are saying is there are certain information that you have and a certain level of trading that you get to, right? Losses back to back, you see those back to back losses are not normal anymore. When it becomes normal, then there's a problem. Alright, so there is now, just like the way I've just explained it, poverty rejection, poverty reduction, poverty alleviation, and poverty eradication. We can't eradicate poverty, but we can reduce it, given that certain conditions are met. So same way on the chart, right? The losses, we can't eradicate it, but we can reduce it, given that certain conditions are met. Now, what are these conditions? Number one is the information that you have, and you have fixed your psychology. Information that you have, and you see, everybody is operating in different information. I used to say something, I'll tell people that are very close to me, I'll say, see, a man is limited by what he knows, and a man can go far by what he knows. It's just the basic principle of life. You know that, I know that, everybody knows that. Alright? I think there was a time when Eli Wasabi, now, that comedian, when he said something in Yoruba, he said info, of info. In English, what that translates to is information used to fly. Alright, so best know that there are some persons that know better than you. There are some persons that know. There are some persons that know far better than me. Jesus, yes, they do. So to me, where I see 5 losses as normal, and where I see 6 losses as normal, to them it is not normal. It is abnormal. Do you understand? So that was what I just got from that tweet or from that post on that day, that these guys are taking these people wrongly. They're not referring to losses losses are inevitable. Sorry, that losses is not a normal thing, that they don't have losses. No, Besides, you check Tekri's page, you'd have seen times where he posted his loss. Alright, you would have seen it. You get, you'd have seen it. So you know that yes, they take loss, but the losses, like the way those of us that are upcoming, I still refer to myself as upcoming, right? The way we take loss, it's not the same way they will take loss. I don't know what's going on in the MT5, but obviously that is what they were referring to. And I'm not making this submission based on what I think is going on with them, because I don't really know what's going on with them. I'm just telling you my own opinion because of using myself as an example. The things I know now, with the things I know now and the way I read price now, I don't take the same loss as of like 10 months ago or maybe 6 months ago. I now know better, right? I fix certain things. That's what I'm just referring to. So to continue, right, on GBP like what I'm just explaining to you now on breakout blocks, the use of it and when you should not use it. All right, see this one now. We can't use this breakout block, right, because it has a rejection. So what do you use? You use the other block right in front of it. I've explained this thing countlessly, and I didn't just explain it, I've showed you on the chart countlessly. So on GBP when there's a pullback into this level, I'm going to be picking a buy from here. I'm going to buy this. Remember, I tell you guys that I like trading GBP yes. So I'll take a buy from here on GBP alright. Then for GBP AUD, wow, imagine. Alright, so for GBP AUD, right, this is what I'm seeing. I want to buy. Basically, those of you that have been following me, you know why I want to buy already. So look at this chart, project. I want you to look at it. What do you see? You will see a shift. As I said, what do you see? It made me remember one of the affirmations I used to listen to by Pastor Chris. He will say, "What do you see?" You see, "I only see success. I only see success." So let's continue on. So we see that externally, right, there was a record structure here. Oh, my nose is running really bad, man. Hey, she told me not to come online now. I should leave you guys. And it's one of you that is here. She's part of you guys here. Wait, hold on. So you see this sweep here, right? So to other persons, they might say, okay, price is just going on, price is just pulling back. But no, let me show you something else. So remember, I told you a trend can be established with two touches. A trend is established with how many touch? 2. So you have the first touch here, 1, and the second one here, 2. So what do you see? A breakout is imminent. A breakout has occurred. Alright? So that is one of the confluences that I use to make my decision. Secondly, let's go to the 2-hour time frame. Now looking at it from 2-hour time frame, right? You see this breakout structure here. I'll break it more further downwards. I see this breakout structure here. How many breakout structure is that? So you have 1 and what? 2. So what did I say and what have I been saying? 2 breakout structures tells you your trade. So why am I picking this POI to buy? Clearly there's a liquidity zone here. Hold on, let me show you. So there's a liquidity zone here, but I don't use 1 hour POI. I use what? 2 hours. So look at it from the 2-hour time frame. I still cannot understand this, because this is the whole other block. I think I was faced with this conundrum yesterday for long. I was looking at it, what's wrong? So I looked at 2 hours. This is it. I could not use it. I went to 1 hour. I say, Omo, I couldn't use 1 hour because I don't like using 1 hour. So when finally saw my solution in 4 hours. Now this is what we refer to as the rejection block. You understand? Rejection block. I think you should check Angel, Search Ranger. I think most of you know her. She's a female trader. Amazing person too. Search Ranger. Search in her page for rejection block. Alright. Now there are certain things I don't need to write about it, because certain of my colleagues here, they've written about it, they've talked about it, they've explained it. So my own is to just point you towards that, just the way I pointed you to. I hope you guys watch the video I told you to watch last week on Tekri's video, when he explained the 5 touch rule on the trend line. when he said after the fifth touch, there will be a breakout. I hope you watched it. So check our page for rejection block. You see what I mean. So on this level, on GBAUD, I will be buying when price comes into the rejection block. So my entry will be at 2.01, so which is 2.01181, and the stop loss will just be rightly below that rejection block. All right, because time will not permit me to explain the rejection block, but it's there. It's in our page, so you can check it out. And it's just a 5-hour trade I will hold. So hopefully we get an entry. All right. So you are seeing it now. You can take note of it if you want to take the trade later. So I've set my alerts, and I'll be alerted when price gets there. So that's on GBP AUD. Then for Euro JPY, so Euro JPY, this is what I can see. Just like we have what the JPY is buying and doing what not. The same thing with Euro JPY. So Euro JPY is bullish, as you can see, right? Euro JPY is very, very bullish. Oh boy, what happened here? Oh, Shiza. Which account is this? Oh, my zero account. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so let's proceed though. So Euro JPY, I expect it to continue buying, right? But I don't have, just like how I explained the other one we saw on that USD JPY. So you see, price has not come into discount, so I can't do anything when price is still in premium. Alright, so I can't really do anything. So I'll be waiting for when the pullback occurs, and then I will give us an alert or tell us, oh, this is what we're going to do now. And that's on Euro JPY. So on Euro AUD, I feel like price is stalling in this one too. There's not really a trend here, because if you look at this was the level we marked last week. Price just swept it and then it's back inside. So it's not really a trend, so skip it. Then oh yeah, the trade that we were holding on NZDJPY, finally hit our take profit. Alright, hit our TP, which is just 4 hours. So I hope you held it. I gave you instruction. I told you hold the trade, hold it. So now you can see that there are lots of rejections here. I just explained what rejection levels or blocks are for us. So and what I can see now is there is an unmitigated POI rightly below this level. For those ones that have attended one of the sessions I held, I talked about liquidity pool. So this rejection block now can serve as a liquidity pool. All these levels can serve as a liquidity pool for price to sweep it and continue. Alright, so that's on NZDJPY. Then for okay, now important on Euro GBP, I can see that price flipped, but problem is it didn't give me two break of structures. It only broke once, but it's a flip. I put it to you, this is a flip of structure. The structure flipped from being bullish to bearish. I can't prove it to you. I cannot prove it to you, but I can see it that it flipped. Let me see if the trend confirms it. Let's just check it. Okay, yeah. So it looks like a fake out though, but that is what I'm just seeing. I've just told you what I'm seeing. What I'm saying is what I've told you. So this is what I was expecting. Let's just do this, right? Because already there is a mitigation of this POI here. You can see the 4-hour order block here, right? There's a mitigation already there, and then price rejected downward. So let's see if there's an engulfing candle. There was no engulfing candle when price mitigated the POI. It only rejected downward. Let's see 1 hour. And nothing. Okay, there is one here. Yeah, I see one though. So after this rejection candle here, yes, price needs to engulf this. So he formed another candle. Yeah, and he engulfed it there. So entry can be from where it is, but the problem now will be where will TP now be? You understand? Sure, understand. Let me see. I'm going to sort out take profits in a moment. In a minute. Give me a minute. Tell me you're up to 2 point something. It's up to 2.3. Okay. Let me check from 4 hours if there is a valid. Oh, alright. I see from 4 hours that I can use this level downwards, because for those of you that have been joining the session for longest, you would know I use what? 2 words, the second swing points. So we'll just do this one as 4 hours. And so I think we have a trade, right? So here's my phone. So we're going to take a trade now on Euro GBP. A sell trade on Euro GBP. Oh boy. Oh, what the heck is this? I'm looking at the spread in this, man, crazy. So looking at it, taking the trade. Stop loss is at 88260, 88260. I think you heard that right. I'll enter the trade. And TP is at 87690. Done. So I'm done with it. Alright, I'm done with that. You don't know. If you're using the lowest lot size, you have stop loss at 1.55. So just basically just divide it. Divide what you want to risk, maybe $10, $20, 500, 1000. Divide it by the 1.55, and then you know the total position that you can open. Alright. Okay. So I'm setting my own. First thing I used to set anytime I take a trade is stop loss. I don't want to hear that something going to markets did not catch it. I know they hear that one. I don't want to use my ear here. You understand? So my stop loss is most important to me, my bro. Very important to me. So we've taken a trade on Euro GBP. So I'm going to be holding it to 0.87690. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to deliver to that level, but yeah, or more. This period I really felt sick, and before this year, the last time I felt sick like this was 2020, 5 years ago. It's the stress of being a trader. The stress of being a trader is getting to me. All the sleepless nights. Like some of you now that are studying sleeplessly. You're studying. One person will now come and tell you tomorrow that somebody will come and tell you tomorrow that it's fluke. Or maybe you do juju, or maybe you do something. Anybody tell you now and they come for face. Come on, want it. Yes, I give go ahead. Come on, the percentage. Alright. So let's continue. I'm just waiting. So let's continue. This is EuroCHF, right? EuroCHF to me is bullish, but I don't think this guy is going to give me an entry anymore because it went too fast. Yesterday I was just expecting it to like just give me a little pullback and then continue going up, but bro, this guy just went too fast. It just pulled pa, and it's away. It's up and away. So I'll skip it and move to the next one. So we have Euro NZD. Euro NZD is ranging. I don't like this price action at all. I took all my time trying to understand it here, but the guy is ranging. So we'll just leave it alone also and go to the next one. So the next one we have is on AEDJP right now. This one, unfortunately, you guys cannot enter it again, but I'm holding it buy. Right? I'm holding it buy. Now, when I'm holding it buy, I took a sell. Now that sell hit stop loss yesterday. I took a sell here. Where is it? I took a sell here. My stop loss, my TP was very far though. I took a sell from this level. It was going down, and so it went back. The stop loss was a break even, or not like a loss, because my entry was here. Where is that 2 hours or the fair value? So this was it here. So this fair value gap, right? This was it. So I entered from here, from this rejection block. My stop loss was way to that level. So the entry was like this. The take my time to show you. Obviously, I deal with 2 swing points, right? So I calculated it. I had 1 and I had 2. So like that. So price like pulled down. Immediately did what was substantial, 3R. Every time price does 3R, I move to BE. And so that was when I got stopped out. But no problem. And that's what I'm buying. Now, why am I buying? Basically because of the flip zone. So price flipped it. It gave me liquidity sweep here, which is an inducement, and then I'm using it as an entry to drive price way up, or price back up to that level. So if I hit stop loss here, I would know that my village people are really after me. You sell in those situations where you sell, you hit stop loss, you buy, you hit stop loss, you sell again, you hit stop loss, you buy again, you hit stop loss. Just that moment, just know you want to rest. You don't need to trade again. I'm telling you the truth. You don't need to again after that moment, alright? So that's on ADJPL by the way, and then NZD card. With NZD is NZD USD too. So NZD card, I do not have an entry yet for it. Nope. I'm seeing about maybe 160 people that are watching me on X. I hope the 160 of you guys are following me. If you're not following me, I will fight you. Okay, I will fight you. So for NZD card, right, it's bearish. Obviously, it's bearish. And you know me, I trade based on those pullbacks on those extreme levels. This guy is not going to give me any entry any time from now, so I'm just going to leave it alone, right? So, what's this? Yeah, NZD is coming to my entry. Yeah. So this is it. Let me show you. This one, I only just took this. I want to take this trade basically because of one thing. Is it because of the breakout? So you see this breakout, right? That's what I'm just taking. That's just the reason why I'm taking the trade. I just saw that price has broken out, and the breakout that is valid to me is a full body close of price, not those rejection, not those what's it called now? Those shadow, yes, of a candle. You see all those weak. See this weak? Not this one. No. When it's a full body that breaks out, like you can see now, this is a full body close outside. I will know that that level I can buy. The only problem that I'm having here is I use 2-hour POI, and this is it here. This is where I'm supposed to enter from. And from 4 hours though, price has mitigated the order block on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if I want to enter from here, it's going to affect my own risk to reward because my TP is supposed to be here. This is the drawn liquidity. This is where my TP is supposed to be at. So entering here is me chasing price and me not following my plan. So I'm just going to let it slide until it comes to my entry. The way I trade is no mitigation, no entry. The price comes to my mitigation, my POI, close to it, still doesn't mitigate it. I'll leave it alone. Why? Because I have a very detailed track record of keeping my entries and mitigations. Very detailed on all the pairs that I trade. So once price doesn't mitigate my 2-hour order block or my 2-hour fair value gap, and it also doesn't mitigate it in 1 hour, I would not be quick to go and use the one in 4 hours. I don't care about it because every time I've tried it, I get bumped. So that's why I said I have a very detailed track record. When I mean track record, I'm not talking about this track you are referring to. I'm talking about the ones that I have kept myself, backtesting and also checking it in live market. The result, the outcome, when price mitigate a 2-hour POI and a 4-hour POI as against the 1-hour POI. Alright, so from NZD-CHF, this will be my trade decision to buy from here. Entry level is at 0.44955. Stop loss just below this levels here, right? Hold on. Take profit this high. It's more than 3 hours, not this. These levels are indicated, so like this. Alright. So on NZD-CHF, this will be my trade. This is my trade idea, and this is what I'm going to be doing. Okay. So on AUD card, right? AUD card. Now AUD card is bearish, and it's kind of like giving a choppy price action. You see the way price is moving is choppy. It's not going in just like those direction that we want to see it go. You see, all this movement, they call for liquidity sweep. They are begging for liquidity sweep. If you go down to 1 hour now, you see what I'm saying. So you see it, right? You see this falling wedge, or what they call it now. Guy, I don't know all those names. So, but I know it's called something, sha. So all of this, right? All of this is just begging for liquidity. So price might just voila, sweep it and then continue downwards. All right. So, but that's just it. I think we started this session very early today, which is good. Because we used to start very early before, until I started bad habits. We're following norms. What's norms? What's Crystal talking about? I don't know what they're talking about to Crystal Park. So on AED card, it's choppy, and so let's just wait to see what's gonna happen on that. And then on AED-CHF, now okay, I can delete this one now. You guys, we took this sell and we're done with it. So let's take this one off. So you can see that the external structure now is bearish. See this break. So you see, price is just any structure that you see inside, they're just internal structures. So this is bearish. Now until price breaks it like this again, before we can say this is now bullish. But for now, it is what is bearish. So you treat it as such, because if we draw the trend line here, connecting these dots together like this, like, I don't want to use this one. I think I can use this one. Maybe I use this one here. Okay, so if I draw this one now like this, you can see third touch is very powerful though. The third touch, because the way I said third touch is sounding funny. So the third touch of the trend is very powerful. So let's just see what's gonna go on here, and then we'll make a trade decision. But for now, the last week of structure was here, which gives this level as a liquidity spot. I told you what happens when price breaks structure but closes this sweep. Alright, I've done that already. I used 2 hours POI. So the only problem why I didn't take this trade was because in the 2 hours POI, I already have a mitigation here. Now many traders, this is what they don't know. This mistake that most people do, that I have seen. When there's a mitigation already like this, they still want to take the trade. They still want to say, okay, that level is still valid. No. To me, I see it as is a mitigated level already. It is no longer unmitigated. And we are trading the PDRs we are using, or the POIs, maybe the fair value gaps and the other blocks we are using, are the ones that have not been mitigated. Price never come there. Price never use them. Price has not rejected or reacted from that level before. So in this case, price has rejected from that level before. So to me, it becomes what? Invalid, because it has been used. Alright. So that's why I didn't take the trade. And that's one big mistake that most of you guys do. Most people do. I think Techris has even dropped something like that. Something in that line before. Alright. You can check his page. From time to time, check his page. Check other creators' page. They drop all these secrets, but you would not know. So that's on AED-CHF. I'll be waiting for how price is going to react. But what I'll be expecting will be a second break where we will then buy. Yeah. I expect that. If you ask me why, I just expect it. So don't ask me why. So that's on AED-CHF, by the way. And then this is AED-NZD. So all the AEDs, they are gaining momentum. They are getting stronger. So if you check it since, if you check the AED card, AED-CHF, like that, you've seen they are gaining momentum. They're getting more stronger. So that's what I'm saying. I expect it to be bullish. You understand now, right? So in this case, this one we had a sell projection before, but I'm going to delete it because it didn't mitigate it before finally building structure here. So oh boy, then we have CAD JPY. What's this? So for CAD JPY, like I told you, it's supposed to continue bullish from what we have, right? All JPYs, like I said, are bullish, meaning that the JPY basket, if you check it now, is still very weak, meaning it's falling. So let's check it. Maybe, oh god, this is fever. I know it's fever. I just know. So if you look at JPY basket now, you see it's bearish, right? So because it's bearish, that's why those JPYs you see, they are bullish. So it's just like, just the way we have DXY, which is the dollar index. That is how this one represents the Japanese yen. Alright? You understand, right? So I just have to show you that so that you understand the reason why those JPYs are buying at the moment. Okay, so for CAD JPY, right, price is what? Is in a bullish move, and we don't have an entry yet. Then I think CAD-CHF is the next one. This guy just blew out and leaving so many fair value gaps. We don't have an entry yet for this. Then BTC, what I expect on BTC is this bearish continuation. I don't know when it's going to continue. I don't know how, but I'm very certain that when price gives me that information, I will relay it to you guys. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to take the trade also together. Very, very important. So we'll take it together. So that's on BTC USD. So BTC USD is still bearish, still bearish. Okay, see, this is DXY, right? This is what I was even expecting. I think it has done it, or is doing it at the moment. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. That's what I was expecting. So if DXY closes inside this level now, and then probably runs one or two things, maybe it went up, causes a displacement, then just know that we'll now start looking forward. We'll hold ourselves. I'll hold myself comfortably on EURUSD strongly and other pairs that we've taken. Okay, so we're off to check the fundamentals. Hold on a minute, I want to get water to drink. Okay. Oh boy. So next thing to us to check is the economic calendar, which is go to forexfactory.com now. I guess you know where it is. So today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday, and let's refresh this. Let's refresh the page. So today Wednesday, AED news was released around 1:30 a.m. today. And then in 10 minutes from now, we're going to have GBP CPI, blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. You see, the first thing I'm checking on my phone is, am I on any GBP page? Okay, I don't know. Those of you that took Euro GBP, that's the GBP pair. Now, CPI, I've explained to you that there are certain pairs that causes slippage. CPI is one of them. FOMC is another one. I see basically that too. Before you see NFP cause a slippage, it's rare. It happens, not like it doesn't happen, but it's rare. But the ones that usually cause a slippage are CPIs and FOMC. And then in this case, if you took the Euro GBP trade and you know it's in a personal account, you can leave your trade alone. Alright, you can leave your trade alone. But if you took it and it's in a prop account, and this prop account, right, I don't know what you risk, because me, I manage my own risk a lot. I'm not closing my own trade, I'm leaving my own trade, because even if slippage take me like times 10 safe, if slippage do me like times 10, I don't really care. It won't affect me that much, right? Because I manage my risks very well. So just in case you over risk, I need you to cut your risks down. And if your firm doesn't supports those news, you know those things now, and you know, just close it. Since it's a prop firm that you're trading, just close it. You don't want to blow your prop firm account because of one news. Alright, it hasn't even moved anyway. The trade is still at entry. So I just say, let me just check it. Oh, it's even counting down already. So GBP is counting down. There's going to be a CPI news in 7 minutes from now. Then 8 p.m. today, by 8 p.m. today, FOMC meeting minutes. Nothing is going to be here. I think it's not going to really carry weight that much. This is not the one we used to expect that thing from. I don't know. You know, nobody can predict the market like that, so I don't know. Then for tomorrow, Thursday, around 2:30, there will be a news on USD, which is the average hourly earnings and the non-farm employment change, and then employment rate. So a lot of news is coming out tomorrow by 2:30. Alright, and then on Friday, lastly, we have three set of news: GBP, Euro, and USD. So take note of that. Take note of that. So the GBP news is going to be released in 6 minutes from now. So take note, please. I need you to take note of that. So I think that brings us to the almost the end of this session. Like I always told you guys, if you've not made your morning prayers, it's very important that you pray. I don't know how your week has gone or has been going. I don't know. But it's very important that you communicate, you reconnect, you are in fellowship with God. So make your morning prayers, commit your day to God's hand, commit the remaining parts of this week, yes, to God's hand, that God will lead you, guide you, and help you, in all your endeavors in this week, alright? And I always pray that we all get to the height of our careers, and your steps are ordered of the Lord. So, for those ones that have inquiries, you want to get an account with TenTrade, you can always reach out to me. My DMs are open. Probably you have a technical topic that has been confusing you, send it to my DM. I have time, I'll collate everything together and teach it to you guys. I think that'll be all for now. I'll see you on the next one, which is going to be on Friday, same time by 6:30 a.m. So take care of yourself, and bye for now.